Good morning, YTPC. Smoking Fred coming at you. Got some hot coffee this morning. It's about 47 degrees here, just before 8 o'clock on this cool morning where I'm at, up in the Finger Lakes region. But today I got a new blend I'm going to be trying for the first time, cracking the tin. Worked Saint Espresso. I got this in a couple weeks ago and haven't cracked it open yet, but I finished up 2 tins or 2 jars that I had, so I've got some empty jars to fill, and I'm trying to pare down what I have open because I went a little crazy opening too much stuff, and I was well over 100 blends jarred up and opened available. So trying to cut back, finish off two jars, open one type of a thing. So today we're going to be. I got my 4-dot Sassini that Mad Pipes restored for me. It's a not even quite sure what you call this shape. It's a bit of a Rhodesian, but it's also got like an oval shank, kind of like a Canadian, but it's bent, and I freaking love this pipe. And I've got it sitting over here in this nice little stand that it came with from the antique store. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and crack the tin open. Check out that tin note. That smells good. It's got a piece of paper in there that says Saint Espresso, hand blended in California. So we'll get this bad boy out of the way. Looks just like it's a pretty standard ribbon cut. It's not wet and goopy, which is good. I don't really like the wet and goopy aromatics. Seems like it should be good to go just to go straight in the pipe. I'm just packing it right over top of the tin. I forgot to grab a leather mat or piece of paper to pack it over, but it'll work. One more pinch ought to do it. Forgot to read the side of the package. Triple Cavendish mixture blended by the aficionados Kyle Gellis and Jeremy Reeves. Has both their signatures on here. A unique triad of distinct Cavendish variants, each carefully steamed and toasted, combined to evoke the velvety body and rich flavor of fine espresso. Perfect to start your day, pick up after lunch, or pair with evening dessert. The exquisite coffee-inspired blend takes an exclusive, different approach to the classic black Cavendish aromatic profile. Use my lighter that Greg got for me. Thanks, Greg. Perhaps. Guess it still ain't adjusted right. Can I adjust it? That's what I'll have to play with that later. So I always have at least 2 lighters in my pocket when I'm smoking a pipe. Definitely has coffee flavor and retrohale. Very smooth. Very, very nice. Something to think about. If you use your lighter on your pipe before it's actually out, is it considered a relight? And one tip I have for any of y'all that don't already know this, on these, well, it's cooler out. When I say cooler, I would say probably sub 65 degrees. Picking out the little bits of unburnt tobacco that fell on me. If it's sub probably 65 degrees, I like to keep my lighters in my pocket instead of just setting them down next to me, because that butane can start to want to stay in the liquid format. At least I believe that's what's going on. And as you get colder, like down toward 40 degrees Fahrenheit anyway, you definitely will need to keep it in your pocket, otherwise it won't light. Very tasty blend. It's not complex because it doesn't have, Virginias, Burleys, Latakia or anything like that in it, but it's quite simply a good coffee aromatic. And I've smoked a handful of them that they smell like coffee in the tin, but you don't get much when you smoke them. The LJ Peretti coffee one's pretty good. Like I tried the Cornell and Deal espresso, or no, mocha, I'm sorry, it's mocha. I got a bit on the tin note, but I didn't get much when I was actually smoking it, but this one's quite enjoyable. I picked up 3 tins of it, so I've got a bit for a while. So, but if you like coffee, I would say definitely try to pick some of this up. Last I checked, they still had some in stock at Smoking Pipes. Not quite a small batch, but it's not a regular production. I know I first heard about this blend about a year ago, and it hadn't been in stock until a couple weeks ago. So I mean, you could definitely cellar it, but I don't think it's going to improve with age because it's Cavendish, and the flavor might go away. So I'm probably going to be smoking this fairly regularly. I mean, I do enjoy cowboy coffee for breakfast or for a morning smoke, which is by the Country Squire, but it's not really any coffee flavored in it. That one's got Virginias, Kentuckys, and Burleys, I believe. And that Kentucky, along with the first thing in the morning, it's a really good smoke. Pairs well with a cup of coffee. Warm yourself up. I gotta be honest, I'm not sure if I'm ready for smoking in the wintertime again. My fingers are feeling a little bit chilly and dumb, and it's only 50 degrees or so out, 48, 47, something like that right now. And noticed I'm nearing 100 subscribers, which is awesome. Thank you all for subscribing and checking out my content. I appreciate those of y'all that comment on my videos so we can interact a little bit and can get to know some of y'all and learn a little bit about you. As I said in my video a couple videos ago, I'm not going to ask you to subscribe or anything like that, but if you do enjoy my content and want to see regular updates, feel free to subscribe. I did not start this channel to try to become a PewDiePie or whoever the biggest YouTuber is now, or Twitch streamer or whatever. I put out videos when I want, about what I want. And there's plenty of even just YTPC content to not be able to watch it all. I know there's some channels that have kind of fallen off my radar that I subscribe to because I haven't watched enough of them. But I need to. You gotta find that balance between enjoying your life and connecting with other people. It's important to connect with other people, but you can only connect with so many people. You can't connect with everybody. It's all about finding a balance. Everything in moderation, even your pipe smoking, pipe collecting, tobacco collecting. We as humans, we tend to have addictive personalities. So it's good to find something that you're passionate about and that you enjoy, and that it's a good addiction for you, so to speak. And I'm not saying that smoking's good for me, for my health overall. Well, let me retract that statement. I'm not going to try to say that smoking is all health benefits, or smoking a pipe is all health benefits. There definitely are risks involved. But I do what I can to mitigate those risks. I don't inhale. I don't drink hard liquors, hard spirits when I'm smoking my pipe. I used to when I would have a cigar, but I'd probably have 3 or 4 cigars a year. There's some studies that suggest that the high proof alcohol breaks down your saliva membrane and makes the carcinogens in the tobacco more likely to be able to leach into your tongue and gums, roof of your mouth, etc. And after reading that, I can definitely tell when I take a drink of some nice whiskey that it definitely has a different feel in my mouth. Hey Cody, say hi to the YTPC. He's out here trying to remind me he hasn't eaten breakfast yet, but hey, neither have I. I got almost an hour until breakfast time. Get fed around 9 o'clock Eastern. But yeah, trying to do things in moderation. Finding that balance. Just like you need to have a work-life balance. You can't, I would say you can't, but it's not healthy to work all day. And sorry, I saw a squirrel, but the cat distracted me too, but what the pipe offers me slow down and enjoy the moment. I feel it far outweighs the health risks, and I'm trying to minimize the risks as much as possible. But as far as work-life balance, I know years ago I used to work way too much, and I'm much happier now that I've cut back and not given my company so much of my time. And the thing is, they have shown over the years that the only thing they care about me for is for making revenue, making money for them. And when I ask for extra stuff, that'll help make my job more efficient, streamline things, most of the time I'm told to pound sand because it's not going to be cost effective to do it, even though I know it would be. But according to the way their bean counters count the beans, the numbers say it's better to do it the way they're doing it. So after 2 decades of learning to adapt to that, you get to a point where you're just keep your head down, keep your powder dry. I don't tend to argue with them too much anymore. I just kind of point something out, and then when they tell me that I'm wrong, I'm like, all right, well, I'll go with it this way. But yeah, I'm definitely, this coffee flavor is not fading. Granted, I'm only maybe a quarter way into the bowl. That seems to burn nice and cool. Definitely say if you enjoy coffee, it's a nice strong coffee flavor in this. I mean, it says it's got espresso flavor, and don't expect to be getting that strong coffee taste like you're actually drinking an espresso. But as I'm sitting here chatting and letting my mind wander, especially on the retro hail, that coffee flavor is just divine. Glad I got me 3 tins of this. I may have to see if it's still in stock. I may be buying some more. I'm actually curious about doing a 50-50 mix of this with some cowboy coffee. Adding some coffee flavor to the intricacies of the cowboy coffee. Probably add in the description or pin a comment if I have any additional things to add about this blend while I get down to the bottom of the bowl. I don't really feel like doing the bottom of the bowl in an hour or so to add to this. Hey, bud. Which one are you? Yep, you're still Cody. I've got 2 orange cats that the only way to really tell them apart is to look at their eyes. Otherwise, they both act almost exactly the same. Let me move my stuff out of your way so you can sit down there and get comfy, buddy. I did a squirrel or something over here off to the left that he's watching. They love hanging out here on the catio, as I call it. Put cat door on the door to the patio so they can come and go as they please. I can run the air and or the heat, not have to worry about them. But I think I'm gonna wrap this one up. So I'll encourage you to be a better person today than you were yesterday. And to be a better person tomorrow than you were today. Smoking Fred, out.